Lithium batteries have become one of the most popular options in the RV industry over the last several years. And I've seen everything from lithium packages starting at just a few $1,000s all the way up to $90,000. And I have learned that all lithium packages are not created equally. So today I want to talk a little bit about lithium batteries, lithium battery packages, why there is such a big difference in cost between some of the different manufacturers, and I want to do some testing on the lithium system on the Grech Strada Ion. This Class B van has a lithium system that's almost a $20,000 option, and I was recently asked if we could charge the lithium batteries while the van is just at idle. Now, I did learn that we can charge the lithium batteries with just the van running, which is a huge advantage if you run your batteries down and you're tailgating or at a football game. But I also learned that not all lithium systems have the capability to charge off of just an idle. The Grech Strada Ion is a 12-volt system, which allows it to be charged at just idle, where some of the Class B vans have a 48-volt system where you have to be driving the van for it to charge. Now, one of the other questions I got was, will the batteries charge while the ACs are running while the van is at idle? So we're gonna run the batteries down and then test them hour by hour to see how well they charge. And then I also wanna talk to you about some of the different options in lithium batteries that we've seen in some of the Class A's. Let's take a closer look inside the Strada here. We just press the button and close the door here. So this van does have the Lithionics app here, where we can test the two batteries. You can see two batteries right here. And right now this is at 83%. It's cooled off a little bit, so we haven't been running the ACs. So the charge has been holding a lot longer than I expected with just the lights. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna run the batteries down to 50%, and then we're gonna recharge them. And then we're gonna see how long it takes to recharge the batteries by just letting the van idle. All right, guys, it's about 4.5 hours later. We've had the lights on, air conditioning running. Okay, so I just turned the AC off, and one battery's at 31%, the other is at 32%. A few months ago, I did do a video testing these lithium batteries. They were able to run the AC and the lights for about 9 hours off of just the lithium batteries before needing a charge. But today I want to test how long it's going to take to charge these batteries back up just by running the engine out and idle. So currently 3:45 p.m. and it's showing 31% on the first battery and 31% on the second battery. I'm gonna just turn these lights off just so that it can charge. We are keeping the refrigerator running. Usually you've got to keep that refrigerator going. So let's stop back in a couple hours and see how well they hold up. So while these batteries are charging, I want to talk about some of the differences that I've seen in the lithium battery systems on the Class A motorhomes. We have had the opportunity to film several Liberty coaches. Liberty was the first really to spearhead the lithium technology in the motor coach industry. I know they use an extremely expensive system. I've heard that that system is in the $80,000 to $90,000 range. And when you look at those Liberty coaches, the new ones are going to have the triple 5,000 watt inverters. There's upgraded hardware, going into all of the connections of everything. We've also seen, high dollar motorhomes. Recently, we were filming the new Tiffin Zephyr, and that had a $10,000 lithium battery system, where I don't think it was nearly as much capacity as some of the other systems out there. So we've seen everything in between. When I asked the salesperson at Tiffin if you could run the ACs off the batteries, he said basically as long as you were going down the road. He made it sound like you had to be driving the coach in order to run an AC off the lithium batteries. This Grech Strata Ion has about a $20,000 lithium system where we can run this air conditioning unit for about 9 hours with the engine turned off and with nothing charging it. That Tiffin, the inverters in it, I looked a little closer. I think it was like one 3,000 watt inverter and one 2,800 watt inverters. Nowhere near the triple 5,000 watt inverters that the Liberty Coach had. And then a lot of those Liberty Coach videos, Frank has discussed some of the times that it would take to, deplete those lithium batteries from running those AC units. So I'm learning more and more about the different systems. Anyone can just slap lithium batteries into an RV, but that doesn't mean that it has the proper hardware to store that energy and reuse it. I know one of the big advantages of the Grech Strata Ion over other Class B vans out there with the lithium package is a lot of them are not able to be charged while the van is idling like we are right now. And this comes in really handy if you're at, say kids have ball games all day and you've, been running the AC since early in the morning and you've depleted the batteries a little bit and need to charge without moving the van, or maybe you're in a parking lot where the van has to stay. A lot of value in being able to just turn on the ignition and charge these batteries, where some of the other vans out there like the Airstream, I believe, is a 48 volt system and you actually have to be driving it in order for those batteries to charge. But it's only been 15 minutes. It's 4:01 right now. We're up to 34%, so it's only charged about 3% in 15 minutes, but that's going to be a rate of about 12% an hour. So it's 4:02 right now. Let's check back in about an hour and see where they're at. All right, guys, so it's an hour later and 5:02 right now. We're showing 43% on one battery and 44% on the other battery. That's after just charging off of idle for an hour. So it went up about 12 or 13% in 1 hour just from the idle, and that is with the refrigerators running. So we can imagine that it would take approximately 8 hours to completely charge the battery at just an idle. But when we do drive the van, they do charge a lot faster. We were playing around with it a little bit the other day and we tested the van while it was idling, and we ran an AC unit and it probably drew about 1% from the batteries while having that vehicle idling. So there's really a lot of value in having this lithium system. And when you're purchasing a lithium system, make sure that you test these different coaches. And the salesperson may tell you one thing, but I would put them under load like we're doing right now. When you're at an RV dealership and they tell you they have lithium batteries, well, let's unplug the coach, let's turn the AC units on, let's see where they're at, and then also let's just turn the engine on, let the vehicle idle, and see if the batteries are charging from just an idle. So I just wanted to make a quick video today sharing that with you. The idea for this video came up from a conversation I had in a consult call. A gentleman that was purchasing a Grech Strata Ion was wondering if these batteries do charge at idle. So I appreciate him asking that question. And if you ever do want to chat with me, it is impossible for me to respond to every message, but you can schedule a consult call on my website, rvingwithandrewsteele.com, and I'd be glad to chat with you about your RV experience. I greatly appreciate all of you subscribing to the channel and hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.